Hello everyone, this is Sydney, and I'm finally doing my room tour. Uh, I've been doing YouTube for about 5, 6 months now, so I figured I might as well get on this. Had to reorganize things a bit for this tour. So first of all, I've got Dot Hack, 4 Coma, Alcor, Legend of Twilight 1 to 3. I haven't read any of these, they were mostly for my partner. Then we've got A Girl on the Shore. I enjoyed this. I know it's controversial. We've got A Hero in the Demon's Castle, A Home Far Away. Fuck, I just love this one shot. This is a great, depressing Kuma BL. I've got Anya in the Way. Let's see, I've got A Story of Seven Lives. This is another depressing story about stray cats. It's really good, but again, real sad. Absolute Boyfriend 1 to 6 by Yu Watase. I enjoyed this series as well. We've got Act Age 1 and 2, which is infamous for infamous for the controversy with the author doing illegal shit and getting it canceled, which is not great. Then we've got Ajin 1 to 17. I enjoy the series. The villain really makes it for me. Then we've got Alice in the Country of Clover, Ace of Hearts, Bloody Twins, Cheshire Cat Waltz 1 to, I think that's 7? Yeah, 1 to 7. Then, let's see, Knight's Knowledge 1 through, that's a problem with two-tiered shelves, 1 through 3. Then we've got I'm getting in the way of the light. Then we've got Twin Lovers, The March Hare's Revolution, March Hare, and Nightmare. Golly, I just messed all that up. Then we've got the original Alice in the Country of Hearts, the very first volume, and then that 6-volume series collected in the omnibus format for 1 to 3. Then we've got Alice in the Country of Hearts. We've got several one-shots, and I think only one series. We've got Clockmaker's Story, Junkbox Stories, Love Labyrinth of Thorns, Mad Hatter's Late Night Tea Party 1 and 2. Then we've got 2 Yen Press, which are Alice in the Country of Hearts 1 and 2 of My Fanatic Rabbit. We've got Alice Love Fables, Toy Box. Then we've got a lot of Alice here. I've only read the those 3 omnibuses though. We've got Alice in the Country of Joker, the Nightmare Trilogy 1 to 3. I keep getting in the way of the light. Circus and Liars Game 1 to 4, which continues onto this shelf all the way to 7. Haven't read that. Incurable Case of Love 1 to 7. This is a fantastic shoujo. I was glued to my seat reading the entire thing. I want to pick up Happy Marriage by the same author eventually. Then we've got Anti-Romance 1 and 2. I've talked about it in my haul. I'm not a huge fan of that series. Anyhow, the Rabbit's Infatuated with a Puppy. This is a cute BL with a weird age gap. My partner got it for himself, and I read it too. Then we've got part 1 of A Sentence of a Bookworm, volumes 1 to 7. Let me pause real quick. Forgot to mention, these 4 shelves here, that's all completed series. Then these 4 shelves are ongoing series. And then this shelf is my series that I am not caught up with yet. Because everything on these other shelves are caught up with the retail releases. And then we've got a dedicated shelf to some creators and then more legacy shelves. Again, I'll go over those later. I just forgot to introduce that at the beginning of the video, so excuse me for that. Anyways, then we've got, after A Sentence of a Bookworm, which I still haven't read, I enjoyed the anime. We've got Astro Lost in Space 1 to 5. This is complete. Well, this whole series is complete. This whole shelf's complete. I shouldn't have to say that every time. This was a good series. It took a bit to read because there's a lot of space stuff, but I really want Witch Watch to get licensed over here. Then we've got at 30, I Realized I Had No Gender, a fun biographical manga about an agender person in Japan. We've got Avant-Garde Yumeko by Shuzo Oshimi, which is my second Oshimi work so far. Oh no, this one's Oshimi, the other one's Asano. This one's good, it's Oshimi. A lot of his books kind of have the same type of things that he talks about in them. This one's very focused on a certain part of the male anatomy, as you can tell by that. It's very sexual. I'll just say that. We've got a Yashimon with a 3 by the creator of Hell's Paradise. Love this. Be very afraid of Kanako Inuki, a one-shot horror from a female mangaka that's really good. Then we've got Beastars 1 through 22 with a little kami there. Then after Beastars, we've got Beastmaster 1 and 2 by the creator of Queen's Quality and QQ Sweeper. I enjoyed that series. I just read it recently. Then we've got Beyond Serio University. I'm not a huge fan of that. BL fans love My Brother. I really love that one. BL Metamorphosis, another fantastic BL series. Like, these 6 right here are really good. We've got Black Torch 1 to 5. I don't know, I'm still mixed on my feelings about this series. We've got the 20th anniversary volume of Bleach, which is a one-shot, because they're only releasing one of these. They're not doing it for the whole series. Then we've got Blue Flag 1 to 8, which is a criminally underrated romance series in the shonen genre, or shonen demographic, I mean. We've got a one-off Yaoi Blue Sky. I don't remember too much about that. It was alright. We've got Bomber Girl, which is not related to the video game Bomber Girl. I learned that after I bought it. We've got Bomba by Osamu Tezuka. This is like my favorite Tezuka work so far out of the ones I've read. We've got Boyfriend in Heat, which is, yes, smutty yaoi. Boys of the Dead, which is a Kuma release. I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but I'm trying to get all the Kuma books. We've got Brother, which is a incest yaoi, which is interesting. It's definitely an older yaoi, as you can probably tell by that logo. I think that's Drama Queen. I don't remember exactly. Let me see. Yeah, it's Drama Queen, which is a very old imprint that I know nothing about. Then we've got the entirety of Buddha by Osamu Tezuka, which is 1 to 8. Still haven't read this. I really want to read it and see how it is. It's the longest series of his I have. We've got Call Me Princess by CPM Manga. That's a one-off. It was good. Nothing spectacular. We've got Came the Mirror and Other Tales, which is Rumiko Takahashi, that actually got me motivated to start trying to pick up all of Takahashi's works. We've got Can an Otaku Like Me Really Be an Idol, which is a smutty BL by Kuma, as usual. Then on the opposite end of that, we've got Kanis, Dear Mr. Rain, and the sequel, Kanis, Dear Mr. Hatter, 1 and 2. This is a really good, not extremely smutty yaoi series by Kuma. I would definitely recommend it to people who are open to having some sexual elements in their stories. We've got a tiny little Cardcaptor Sakura book here that my partner brought. Let's see if I can just pull that out. Yeah, the lighting in this room is not exactly fantastic, but I'm working with what I have now. So, excuse me if things are a little bit hard to see. I probably should get some sort of flashlight next time I want to do this. We've got The Cat Proposed, which is a one-shot by Tokyo Pop. It's a boys' love. Same thing with Sherry My Destiny. I enjoy both of these. Sherry My Destiny is kind of like two competing styles of sweet making in Japan, like the Western sweets and the Eastern sweets. It was really interesting. Cat Proposed is about Rakugo, which is not something I see in BL. We've got volumes 1 and 2 of Chobits in this big ol' omnibus format, because I want to get everything by Clamp eventually. We've got Claymore 1 through 27. Loved that series. Fantastic artwork. We've got Codename Sailor V 1, which continues onto this bottom shelf down here, where the lighting's even better. We've got volume 2 of Codename Sailor V, the carp on the the cornered mouse dreams of cheese, and then the carp on the chopping block jumps twice. The first one I enjoyed, the second one not so much. We've got Crazy Food Truck 1 to 3. I'm not huge on this. It was my partner's series, and I decided to give it a shot, but yeah, it's not for me personally. Crime and Punishment by Osamu Tezuka, which is one of the first works of his I've read. It was alright. We've got Crimson Shell by the creator of Pandora Hearts, and I always forget one of her series when I'm talking about her. Anyways, we've got Cube Hearts 1 to 3. We've got Cutie Honey, the classic collection by 7 Seas. Then the reimagining Cutie Honey a Go-Go. Then we've got a one-off horror manga called Dark Water, based on the motion picture by the director of The Ring. I'm not a huge fan of the manga itself. I don't think it's very well made personally, but it's Still neat to have in the collection. We've got Darling in the Franxx volumes 1 to 8. I definitely enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed the manga too. Very fan service heavy, which I can look past sometimes. It's from the creator of, well, the manga adaptation is from the creator of, I think, Love Hina. I might be wrong with that. And also Black Cat. We've got Days of Love at Seagull Villa 1 to 3. I'm not a huge fan of this one personally. Let's see if this will actually make the... If that opens up the lighting a lot better. I don't know why I didn't do that to start with. I'm not re-recording the beginning, so bear with me. We've got Daytime Shooting Star 1 to 9. Although, unfortunately, the flash kind of makes it hard to read that 9th volume over there. And then we continue on to the next shelf, where we continue with Daytime Shooting Star 10 to 12. Haven't read that yet. Really wanting to because I love Yamamori's work. We've got Dekaboko Sugar Days and Bittersweet Days, which is yaoi that I thought was okay. We've got a single volume of the Detective Conan regular manga, and then a single volume omnibus. I don't remember what this omnibus is about. It's my partner's, but it is in Japanese, so we're not reading it. It's mostly just for, you know, the collection. Then we've got Devil's a Part-Timer, the anthology, Devil Ecstasy 1 and 2, Dick Fight Island 1 and 2, I Didn't Mean to Fall in Love, loved this one by the way, fantastic, Disgaea and Disgaea 2, the 2 volumes, Doubt 1 and 2, Downfall by Inio Asano, and then another shoujo series I still haven't read, Dream and Sun 1 to 10 is actually the full thing. Next shelf, we get into Drip Drip by Paru Itagaki, creator of Beastars, Eiji and Shiro from Zeros to Heroes. Really liked that BL from Kuma. Inial and Duella from the creator of Witch Hat Atelier, another great series. Entangled with You, The Garden 100 Grasses. This one, I believe it introduced me to the mangaka, and I have a couple of their other works, but I can't remember off the top of my head. We've got Escape Journey 1 to 3. This is probably my favorite Tanaka work, Gratsu Tanaka. I'm not a huge fan of Yari-chan B Club. Then we've got Ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten 1 to 4. I enjoyed this. It was mostly my partner's pickup. Just an okay series. Fire and Punch 1 to 8, fantastic. Love that series so much. Great ending. Flower in the Storm, or Flower in a Storm. 2-volume shoujo series that I really enjoyed. We've got Food Wars 1 all the way down to 36 on this shelf here. I haven't read Food Wars. I watched the anime, though. 4th Generation had Tatsuyuki Oyamoto by Scarlet Bariko. I am trying to collect everything of hers because I think she's a great mangaka. Then we've got From the Red Fog 1 to 5. I haven't read this. It's my partner's series. We've got Futari Escape 1 to 4, a really fun GL series about a mangaka and her jobless partner who just try and escape things. I really hope I didn't say BL. I meant to say GL. We've got Gamers Heaven Volume 1 by ADV, which is another defunct publisher. And then Gamers Heaven Volume 2. And I believe these are the only volumes of Gamers Heaven that have ever been published in the US. Then we've got The Gay Who Turned Kaiju. I think this is a fantastic one-shot BL. The Geek X Hitman 1 to 3, the Opus Girl from the Other Side, fantastic hardcover releases. The Girl That Can't Find a Girlfriend, great. I guess GL series. Glass Syndrome. There's a problem with the tiered shelves. I can't really see the spines all the way. Glass Syndrome and Golden Sparkle, 2 one-shot BLs that I enjoyed. Goodbye Eri by Tatsuki Fujimoto, the creator of Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch. This one was good. Really good one-shot. Goblin Slayer Brand New Day 1 and 2. My partner series, I haven't read Goblin Slayer. Haruhana, the Complete Collection. I enjoyed this. It was a cute shoujo series. Haru's Curse, the full thing, 1 omnibus. This was a great series in my opinion. I do think it's fairly controversial, but I think it was a very well-written series. Hellsing Volume 1 in the paperback. We're not collecting any more of the paperbacks, that's why it's over here. We've got Hetalia 1 to 6. Hetalia Axis Powers. This is all I'm collecting of Hetalia, but It's enjoyable, nothing fantastic. Then we've got High Score Girl 1 to 10. I won these in a giveaway, and I really enjoyed it. The art style's a little hard to get used to, but I think it's a really well-made series. Then we've got Hitorajime Boyfriend. I don't really like the Hitorajime series that much. I don't really like the writing, but I've kind of committed to collecting it at this point. Then we've got Honey Hunt by Miki Aihara. This is on indefinite hiatus. Miki Aihara has written a lot of controversial series, but I really enjoy her writing style, and I love how soapy her manga tends to be. And between her, two of her works, we have Honey Senior and Darling Jr., 1 and 2 by Net Comics. This is just a yaoi series. I can't remember too much about it. It's been a while since I read it, but I think it was good. Then we've got Hot Gimmick 1 to 4. This is probably Miki Aihara's most known work in the US. Definitely her most controversial, too. It's got a lot of crazy stuff in there. Then we've got the Hunters Guild Red Hood 1 to 3. I Should Not Love You, and I'm Looking for Serious Love. I really liked I Should Not Love You. I'm Looking for Serious Love was pretty good too. Then we've got volumes 1 to 5, and that's complete of Imadoki. Then we've got a single volume by Uta Isaki, Is Love the Answer? I think she's a great writer, and I'm really interested in reading more of her stuff. I kickstarted a collection of her other works that I'm excited to finally read. We've got Jackass, another volume by Scarlett Barrico. This got me on the Scarlett Barrico kick. This is a great yaoi BL volume. Very smutty. Not a fantastic story, but just, I liked it. We've got Scarlett Barrico's 5-volume work, Jealousy. Fantastic. Again, I think she's a great writer. Very problematic as in, like, you're going to get bothered reading it. There's a lot of triggers in there. Then we've got the entirety of Jing, King of Bandits and Jing, King of Bandits Twilight Tales. And I think I accidentally got these all mixed up. But I think it's 7 volumes and 7 volumes. I'm not a big fan of this series. It's kind of unique, though, so I kind of want to keep it in my collection just because of that fact. Then we've got the original Kageki Shoujo. I know this went through a magazine change, so the first few volumes were collected in an omnibus, and then the next are being collected in singles. Then we've got Kamen Rider, the classic collection. I really enjoyed this. I bought it for my partner, but read it, I think, a couple nights ago, and it was really good. Sometimes it's a bit too much motorcycles, but that's just me. I'm not a huge fan of motorcycles. Then we've got Kenkabancho Otome. I really not a fan of that series. I'm glad it's only 2 volumes because it's just not for me. Then we've got King of Thorn 1 to 7. 1 to 6. This is the complete series. It's my partner's books, or my partner's series, but I enjoy it too. Less than him, I think. Kisses, Macarons, and Lonely Pie. I believe this is Kuma. Yeah, this is also Kuma. This one's another really good Kuma release. And then down here we have Last Gender, volumes 1 to 3. This is another great, not autobiographical, another great LGBT manga. Then we've got the Japanese version of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I own the English version as well, but I have that in a different room. I don't keep it on the shelf, really. I keep it on a shelf in the game room. Then we've got Levius. I picked this up on a whim, and I still have not read it. I'm not generally huge into boxing, but I wanted to give it a shot. We've got Liberty, which is a one-off BL by Blue, another defunct publisher. At least I think they're defunct. We've got Living Room Matsunaga 1 to 11. Still haven't read this. I only finished acquiring it, I think, this year. Then we've got Log Horizon Volume 1, the manga adaptation, which, from all I can tell, is on indefinite hiatus after Volume 1. We've got Look Back, another great one-shot by Chainsaw Man creator Tatsuki Fujimoto. We've got Love Bus Stop, which is probably my favorite, like, one-off BL that I just randomly happened to come across at a convention. I think it's just great. Like, one of my favorites. Like, it just kind of doesn't, like, pop out, but, like, the writing in it's so good, and I enjoy it a lot. Then we've got Love on the Other Side, probably my least favorite work by Nagabe. Got a lot of weird grooming stuff in there. Then we've got Aishiteru Futari, Love Hurts. I don't remember too much about this. We've got Love Me, Love Me Not, 1 to 12. I just finished collecting this year, so I haven't read it yet. We've got the first volume of Loveless in Japanese, and then we continue Loveless all the way to the current volume, because this is indefinite hiatus as well. We've got Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, which I absolutely love. I think the author, there's nothing they've written that I'm not interested in. I just kind of wish his name was on the spine because I forgot it, and I really wish authors' names were always on the spine. Anyways, we've got Lupin the Third, the 2 classic collections of his short stories. Then we've got Mad K, volumes 1 to 3. This is a great BL about a guy with a cannibalism fetish and how he summons a demon to fulfill that fetish. It's wild. Then we've got Magic Knight Rayearth, the original, and the first and second volume of the Japanese version. I found these on a whim and they looked gorgeous, so I had to put them in my collection. Then we've got Maid Sama 1 all the way through 18. Another finished JoJo series I've yet to read. I've fallen behind a lot on these completed series. Then we've got Mar 1 to 15. I loved this series. It was a great, like, shonen. Nothing like that particularly stood out about it, but I think it was good. It was very, like, just shonen. Melting Lover, this is another Kuma volume. I'm not a fan of this one personally. It's probably with Boys of the Dead for my least favorite. We've got Melody of Iron, which I think is actually either my first or the other one I pointed out earlier is my first Tezuka work. Then we've got Midnight Rain, a BL between 2 grown men, which is refreshing. We've got Mimiroko-chan Anthology. We've got Monotone Blue by Nagabe, one of my favorite works of his. He's the same person who did Girl on the Other Side. Or she, I don't really know. Then we've got Monstabu 1 to 4. I don't really like this series. Then we've got Millennium Snow 1 to 4. This is by the creator of Ouran High School Host Club. I really like this. I'm not reading Ouran High School Host Club, though. We've got Monster and Beast 1 to 4. Fantastic BL series that ended fairly shortly. We've got Moon and Sun 1 and 2, which I think is actually related to a series that still hasn't published in the West. We've got Mr. Tiger and Mr. Wolf 1 and 2. Just a BL series. We've got Murder Princess 1 and 2. It's by Broccoli Publishing, or Broccoli Books. I don't really like it that much, but it's neat to have in the collection. We've got a few of these autobiographical manga by Nagata Kobe. I don't want to say the full names because that's a lot. I don't have all of them yet. We have My Coworker Has a Secret 1 and 2 and My Dear Agent 1 and 2. Both of these are really enjoyable short series that I picked up this year. Then we've got My Father's a Unicorn. I just got this like today, so I still haven't read it. We've got My Hero Academia Smash 1 to 5. Got some iffy content with the humor in there, but I think it's alright overall. My Love Mix-Up 1 to 9. Fantastic shoujo romance series, rom-com with some some gay elements. We've got My Monster Secret 1 to 22. This is very mixed for me. I think I like the character designs and the character personalities, but there's some really weird way they wrote some of the characters. My Only King, which I'm wanting to read next. I don't know anything about it yet. It's just a yaoi in my eyes. My Next Life is a Villainess Girls Patch. This is a anthology about the girls in my next life as a villainess. We've got a one-off Naruto Ninja Clash. Yeah, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. It's based on the movie, and it's an animanga, which means it's full color. We've got Naruto 1 all the way down into the third row with 72. Then we've got a couple adaptations of The Night Before Christmas, the original. We've got The Night Before Christmas. I think this is Zero's Journey. Yes. I'm not really interested in those. It's for my partner. Then we've got No Longer Human, the complete edition by Usumaru Fuya. Yes, this is a really good adaptation, but I haven't read the original source material, so I can't say how accurate it is. But I really enjoyed this. Then we've got Nora 1 to 9. I picked up the series because I read it when I was a kid, and I just don't think it's that good, honestly. Then we've got Not Love But Delicious Foods. This is by the creator of What Did You Eat Yesterday and Oku. Then we've got a omnibus of Obnoxious Hero-kun, which, as you can tell, is gay. It's a kind of like a parody of typical BL tropes and shoujo tropes. We've got Ode to Kirihito by Osamu Tezuka. I think that's probably the third work of his I read. This is also really good. It's just very long. Then we've got Old Fashioned Cupcake and Old Fashioned Cupcake with Cappuccino. I enjoyed the first one more, mainly because the second one kind of introduced some weird, like, jealousy elements that I wasn't a huge fan of. Then we've got 100 Tales by Osamu Tezuka. I think this is my least favorite work of his. It's just, there's not much redeemable about it, in my opinion, but that's just my personal take on it. Then we've got Only the Ring Finger Knows. This is a really good BL series that's only... Yeah, BL series that's only one volume. It's a really good BL book. I think it's based on a novel. Then we've got Orange, the Complete Collection 1-2, Future, and then To You Dear One. We've got Orochi 1-4 by Kazuo Umez. Great horror series. Then we've got Otome Mania 1 and 2. I really enjoyed this. It's about a girl who makes otome games, and she gets to work at a big otome publisher, and hijinks, you know. Then we've got Otomen 1-18. Just finished this recently. I think it's fantastic. Some aspects of it haven't aged too well, but that's how things typically go with older series. It's got some questionable depictions of transgender and gay characters. Then we've got Our Torsos Align. This is by the creator of Mad K, under a different name. I really liked this one-shot. It was really good in my opinion. We've got Paradise Residence 1-3 by the creator of Oh My Goddess. This is a really enjoyable slice-of-life rom-com. It's only a few volumes, not too much of a commitment. And then we've got Our Dreams at Dusk 1-4. Fantastic LGBT series. It's got very triggering language in there. But just be aware of that before you read it if you're going to. I think it's definitely worth the read. The triggering language is used in a... it's used in a way where it's not meaning that towards other people. It's like... I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. It's using it in a respectful way, I would say. Like, characters are using it, and then the characters face consequences for using it type of thing. Not just playing it off for humor. Then we've got Parasite, all the way to volume... Oh man, I got these out of order again. That's volume 5 down there. That should be... It's volumes 1-8, and then Neo Parasite F, which is a collection of Parasite stories by shoujo authors, I think. Then we've got Neo Parasite M, which is for shonen. Then we've got Part-Time Pets. This is another really fun one-off yaoi that really got me wanting to collect more one-offs. We've got Pearl Pink by Mecha Tanaka. I want to collect more of her series because I liked her writing style, but the age gap's really weird in this one. We've got Persona 4 Arena 1-3 by Udon. Loved this series. I'm collecting Ultimax now, which is the sequel. Then we've got the Persona 5 anthology, which was good, but it had some questionable authors in there with their presentations of some things. We've got the Peck Detective Agency, which is less of a smutty Kuma release and more of a serious one. It was good. Planet Tess by Makoto Yukimura. I always get this confused. I think he's the creator of Vinland Saga. This is a fantastic hard sci-fi series. We've got Poison Cherry Drive, another good one-off yaoi. Then we've got the entirety of Pokemon Adventures 1-10. Now, over on these shelves after Pokemon Adventures, we have a lot of Pokemon one-shots. We've got Pokemon Genesect and the Legend Awakened, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Genji's Rescue Team, Giratina and the Sky Warrior, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, Ranger and the Temple of the Sea, The Rise of Darkrai, Zoroark Master of Illusion, and we're still collecting Pokemon series. We've got Pretty Boy Detective Club 1 and 2, which I think is all that's going to be published by Vertical. No news on the final volume of it, so I think it just kind of got canceled. Then we've got Prophecy, the Complete Edition, my partner's series. I haven't read it. PTSD Radio, a really interesting horror series that got canceled because the author was experiencing some of these events in real life. Then we've got Puppy Love, which is another cute yaoi series. Then we've got Rai, which is a one-off. I think it's got some BL elements to it. I don't remember too much about it, though. We've got Restart After Coming Back Home and Restart After Growing Hungry, another one of my partner series that I somewhat enjoyed. Romantic Killer, which is controversial. I'm not a huge fan of it personally. I was at first, but then it just kind of lost me. Then we've got Rosario Vampire Season 1 and then Season 2, all the way to the final volume 14. I really enjoyed this series. It turned into a bit of a battle shonen at the end, but I like the designs of the different monster girls and their interactions with each other. Then we've got Rosie and the Labyrinth 1 to 3. This is an interesting little 3-volume series, not too much of a commitment, about a girl living in a mysterious labyrinth. Then we've got The Ruthless Commander and the Reincarnated Warhorse. This has got some smut in there, but it's after... it's not between a horse and a person, fortunately. It's not that weird. Then we've got Sarazanmai Reion Mabu, which is a one-off about 2 cop characters in Sarazanmai, which are heavily implied to be together romantically. Then we've got, I think this is Sating the Wolf. I think this is about. Let's see. That's right. It's the only Omegaverse series we have. We're not really into Omegaverse, but my partner really likes wolf characters, and it looked cute, and then it turned a bit smutty at the end. Then we've got School of Horns 1 and 2. Neither of us really liked this that much. The ending was not great. Then we've got Secret XXX. I don't remember too much about this. It is a one-shot BL. Then we've got Sequence by Ryo Sayanagi. Again, I don't remember too much about this. It's been a while since I read it. 7 Days, Monday to Sunday, which I think I'm actually picking up another series by one of these creators. I really enjoyed this, though. It's a good BL. Then we've got 7 Little Sons of the Dragon by the creator of Delicious and Dungeon, Yoko Kui. And then we've got Sergeant Frog all the way down to 20. We still don't have 21 yet. Then we've got H.P. Lovecraft's The Shadow over Innsmouth, adapted by Gotanabe? Yes, Gotanabe. We've got Shino Can't Say Her Name. I still haven't read this yet. I just got it for Christmas. We've got Skullface bookseller Honda-san 1 to 4. Song of Yoru and Asa, then Song of Yoru and Asa, and Song of Yoru and Asa Encore. We've got a single one-off Japanese Mario volume. We've got Solanin by Inio Asano, and then we've got the entirety of Sorry for My Familiar all the way to volume 11. I really like this series. It doesn't seem like a lot of people read it, which is unfortunate because I think it was a good series. Then we've got Sotos 1 to 3. Liked this series, didn't like how it ended. Sunbeams in the Sky 1 to 3, which was a surprisingly good, I think it's shonen romance series about twins. Then we've got Super Sentai Himetsu Sentai Goranger by Shitoru Yoshinomori. I don't really know. I haven't read this at all. My partner wasn't a huge fan, but I want to read it eventually. Then we've got Sweet Poolside by Shuzo Oshimi. Takopi's Original Sin. Tamamo-chan's Fox 1 to 6. I love this series too. Very informative about Japan. Then we've got the 2 Tatsuki Fujimoto's Before Chainsaw Man, which collect one-shots before Chainsaw Man was published. We've got 10 Count 1 to 6, which I haven't read yet. We've got That Blue Sky Feeling 1 to 3, which is a cute BL series. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think it was alright. We've got Those Not So Sweet Boys. We've got Those Not So Sweet Boys, volumes 1 to 7 by Yoko Nogiri. Recommended by a friend. It's an alright shoujo series. We've got Tista 1 and 2 by Tatsuya Endo, the creator of Spy Family. I enjoyed these, personally. I don't think a lot of people did. We've got To Strip the Flesh by Oto Toda. This is a really good one-shot too. We've got Tokyo Boys and Girls 1 to 5, which is, I believe, the last Miki Aihara series I have. I don't think there's any more in English. Like, any more series of hers in English. It's probably her best work, too. Then we've got Training Mistress Sakurada. This is a one-shot by the creator of IG and Shiro from Zeros to Heroes. I really enjoyed this. It's extremely smutty and kind of rapey. Then we've got Total Eclipse of the Eternal Heart. I have no idea about this. I picked it up on a whim. We've got Sumasaki ni Korozu by Aki Aoi. This is the other series by the creator of Entangled with You that I still haven't read that I want to. We've got Until I Love Myself 1 and 2, another LGBT autobiographical manga, along with Until I Meet My Husband. Both of these are great. This one's just, you have to be prepared. It's very sad. When a Magician's Pupil Smiles, one shot omnibus my partner picked up. I haven't read. When the Heavens Smile, just an old BL I'm not a fan of. Wild Wild Wildlife, that's the Kuma volume that got me into Kuma in the first place. The cover's very explicit, which is which drew me to it. We've got Wolf's Rain 1 and 2, which I personally was not a big fan of. We've got World of Warcraft, the Sumwell Chronicles, and Shaman, pickups for my partner that I haven't read. We've got Why Don't You Eat Me, My Dear Wolf, which is a BL series, a BL one-off, pretty enjoyable. Why I Adopted My Husband, yet another autobiographical LGBT manga that's really good. We've got The Wise Wise Beasts of the Wizarding Wisdom. I think this is my favorite Nagabe work, right behind Girl from the Other Side. We've got Wotakoi 1 to 6, then the 3 exclusives for Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and Kinokuniya. We've got X-Gender 1 and 2, which is one of our last autobiographical LGBTQ mangas. We've got Yagi the Bookshop Goat, which is a yaoi series. Not too much to say about it. Yokohama Station SF, which adopted the hit light novel, which had a bit of a rushed ending in my opinion. We've got Yu Yu Hakusho 1 to 19. It's Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't really know what else I have to say about it. Then we've got Zombie Powder 1 to 4. Not a huge fan of this, but it's mostly for my partner. We've got The Horizon 1 to 3, which is completed from the creator of The Boxer, which personally I didn't like, but I love The Horizon. We've got Perfect Blue, the light novel. I can't remember if this is the original or if the movie came first. This is a really good read, though. We've got, finally, the last thing over here is the solo leveling light novel all the way to volume 8. I do have a few Zatch Bell volumes sitting down here, but I'm not collecting the series because it's completely out of print and never finished. Okay, next I'm going to cover the JoJo section. I have an entire bookshelf that's basically just all of JoJo's. We've got 1 to 3 of the first part, 1 to 4 of the second part, 1 to 10 of part 3, 1 to 9 of part 4, and then 1 to 9 of part 5 and the first volume of part 1. Then we've got the one-shot of Rohan at the Louvre. We've got some Shonen Jumps and some assorted serials down here. Mostly just one-shot, or one-off free comic book day books. And we've got some doujins down here that are too spicy for... Well, the covers aren't too spicy, but the content's too spicy. Okay, next is going to be ongoing. We have 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, 1 to 8, I believe. Yes, that's... ongoing, so I'm not saying up to date every time. This is 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. We've got A Condition Called Love, 1 to 5. Akane Banashi, 1 to 3. Alice in Borderland, 1 through 8 in the Viz Sigs. A Sentence of a Bookworm, Part 2, Volumes 1 to 7. Atom the Beginning. Barbarities, Volumes 1 to 3. Beast Complex, Volumes 1 to 3. Become You, this is 1 volume. I think it's on hiatus currently from the creator of Orange. Black Knight Parade 1. Blade of the Moon Princess 1 and 2. We've got Blue Box 1 to 7. Bocchi the Rock 1. Bofuri 1 to 6. Then we've got Boruto, Volumes 1 all the way to 18. We've got Boys Abyss, Volumes 1 to 3. Breakfast with My Two-Tailed Cat, the first volume. Burn the Witch, that's the only volume that's out currently. Cat-Eyed Boy, then we have Cat Gamer 1 to 3. Centaurs, this is by the creator of Mad K and the other series I mentioned earlier, but I forgot the name of. We've got Chainsaw Man 1 to 13, I think. Yes. Then we've got Cherry Magic 1 to 9. Chojin X 1 to 3. We've got Cinderella Closet 1 to 3. Coffee Moon 1 to 4. Then we've got Correspondence from the End of the Universe 1 to 4. Coyote 1 to 4. Crossplay Love Otaku X Punk 1 to 6. And then we have all the way from 1 to volume 28 of D. Greyman. Then 1 to 3 of Daemons of the Shadow Realm by Hiromu Arakawa. Then we have Die Dark 1 to 6. Then Daily Report About My Witch Senpai 1 and 2. Then we've got Dandadan, I believe that's volumes 1 to 5. Dark Gathering, volumes 1 to 4. The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess, and I think this is volume 8. Yes. Then over here we've got Dead Company 1 and 2. Delicious in Dungeon 1 to 12, including the Delicious in Dungeon Bible. Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher 1 and 2. Then we've got The Do-Over Damsel, Conquers the Dragon Emperor 1 and 2. And then Doomsday with My Dog, Volume 1, continuing over here into Volume 2 and 3. We've got Don't Call It Mystery, 1 to 6. Dragon Ghost House Hunting, 1 to, I think this is, 1 to 9. Then we have The Dragon King's Imperial Wrath, 1 to 2. Hashtag Dracule by Shinichi Sakamoto. Dungeon People, 1 and 2. The Essential Doctrine of the Moonflower Kingdom, 1 to 4. Then we've got Elden Ring, The Road to Erdtree, Volume 1. The Essence of Being a Muse, 1 and 2. Even Dogs Go to Another World, Volumes 1 and 2. The Evil Secret Society of Cats, 1 to 3. Then The Fiancé Chosen by the Ring, 1 to 5. And then on this shelf, we've got Fist of the North Star, 1 all the way to, I think this is 10 or 11. Let's see. Yeah, 10. Then we have Frieren all the way to the latest volume, which I think is 11 maybe? No, it's 9. Then Fushigi Yugi Byako Senki, which is another Fushigi Yugi, another series that's on indefinite hiatus. Gap Papa, Daddy at Work and at Home, volumes 1 to 3. Ghost Reaper Girl, volumes 1 to 4. Still on hiatus, I think. It might have gotten picked back up recently, I'm not sure. We've got Go-Go Loser Ranger, volumes 1 to volume 7. Then Goblin Slayer, volumes 1 to 12. Then Happy Crappy Life and Happy of the End, 2 ongoing Kuma series. We've got The Haunted Bookstore, 1 to 3. Heartgear, 1 and 2. Heaven's Design Team, 1 to 8. And then Helk, 1 to 6. Which continues over here into, all the way into Helk's only 1 to 6. I'm not sure why I thought differently. Then we've got His Majesty the Demon King's Housekeeper, 1 to 5. Then Hitorajime My Hero, volumes 1 to, I think, 13 maybe? Let's see. 14. Homunculus, volumes 1 through 9. I think these are 3-in-1s. Oh no. Volumes 1 to 6. They're just very large, so I thought they were 3-in-1s. Then we've got Honey Lemon Soda, volumes 1 to 4, and Hunter x Hunter, volumes 1 all the way to 36. I think volume 37 came out, but we still haven't gotten it yet. Then we've got I Got Fired. As a court wizard, so now moving to the country to become a magic teacher. This is 1 volume so far. It's a very slow release. We've got I Think Our Son is Gay, 1 to 4. Then I Want to Be a Wall, 1 and 2. Followed by I Was Reincarnated as a Villainess in an Otome Game, But the Boys Love Me Anyways, which is just another Villainess series that I'm reading. We've got Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. We've got the Edaton Deities, 1 to 5. I think that's 5. Yeah. Then If My Favorite Pop Idol Made It to the Budokan, I Would Die, 1 to 3. Then we have Illustrated Guide to Monster Girls, 1 and 2. And then I'm a Wolf, But My Boss is a Sheep, 1 to 3. Then I'm in Love with the Villainess, volumes 1 to 5. Yes, and that I think that's ending in a few volumes. I'm not certain. Then we've got Imaginary 1, very slow release. Then Imakoi 1 to 8. I'm waiting till that finishes till I read it. Most of the ongoing series I've read, if they're ones that I picked up for myself. But there's still some exceptions. Then we've got In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, 1 through, I guess just 1 through 5. Probably one of my favorites shoujo right now. Then we've got Innocent, Volume 1 by Shinichi Sakamoto. Then Insomniacs After School, 1 to 4. J.K. Haru's A Sex Worker in Another World, 1 to 6. Then we've got Jujutsu Kaisen, 0 to 21. Followed by Kageki Shoujo, 1 to 10, which is probably, alongside Clear Moonlit Dusk, one of my favorite shoujo / I'm not sure exactly the demographic it is, series. Then we've got Kaguya-sama Love is War, volumes 1 to 27. Followed by Kaiju number 8 volumes 1 to 9. Then we have Komi Can't Communicate. I believe this is 1 through 28, 1 through 27. Followed by Kowloon Generic Romance, volume 1 through, I did it again, volume 1 through 5. I don't know why volume 1's down here. It must have got mixed up. Followed by, then we have Last Game 1 to 3, Life Lessons with Remichi Onisan 1 to 4, Like a Butterfly 1 to 3, Lord Hades' Ruthless Marriage 1, Love Murder Basketball 1, Magic Knight Ray Earth 1, Magical Girl Incident 1 and 2. Then we've got Maiden of the Needle 1 and Mama Akuma 1 to 2. Then we have Mao, volumes 1 to, volumes 1 to 14 down here. Followed by March Comes in Like a Lion, volume 1. Then Marmalade Boy 1 to 4 in the collector's edition. Marriage Toxin, volume 1. Mashal, Magic and Muscles, volumes 1 to 14. The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, volumes 1 to 6. Miyaruko-chan, volumes 1 to 8. Minato's Laundromat, 1. Then Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, 1 to 2. Mission Yazakura Family, 1 to 8. Momo, 1 to 6. Then Mr. Villain's Day Off, 1 and 2. My Androgynous Boyfriend, 1 to 3. My Cute Little Kitten, 1. My Dear Friend Nokotan, 1 to 4. My Girlfriend's Child, 1 to 3. Then My Happy Marriage, 1 to 4. And My Hero Academia, all the way until volume 36. Then My Hero Academia Team Up Missions, 1 to 4. I think this is 4 right here. Yes. Then My Lovesick Life as a 90s Otaku. Really love that series so far. We've got My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, 1 to 8. My Stepmother and Stepsisters Aren't Wicked, 1 and 2. My Special One, 1 to 4. My Neighborhood Story 1, that's the Kinokuniya edition. Then Nichijou 1 to 11. Night of the Living Cat 1 to 3. Then Nights with a Cat 1 and 2. Nina the Starry Bride 1 and 2. No Longer Allowed in Another World 1 to 4. I love that these line up and make a little picture. Nurse Hitomi's Monster Infirmary 1 to 13. I really don't know when the next one's coming out. Then Oh My Goddess 1 to 6. Followed by One Piece, which goes all the way from here to the next shelf, to the next shelf, to the next shelf, and finally ending with 104. Then we've got Orb on the Movements of the Earth, Origin, Oshinoko 1 to 4, Otaku Elf 1 to 5, and then continuing down here with 6. The Otherworld's Bean Counter depends on the books. The Otherworld's books depend on Bean Counter 1 to 3. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax 1 to 3. Pink Heart Jam 1. Polar Bear Cafe 1 to 3. Princess of Convenient Plot Devices 1 to 3. Quality Assurance in Another World 1 to 4. Then Rainbow Days 1 to 7. Ramen Wolf and Curry Tiger 1 and 2. Reborn as a Vending Machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon 1. Then Rent a Girlfriend 1 all the way down to 21. Sorry, 22. They're jutting out like this because there's something, the little riser I have back here is kind of pushing out, so I can't really push these all the way back in. Then we've got Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend 1 to 3. Followed by Rooster Fighter 1 to 5. Sakamoto Days 1 to 10. Sakura Saku 1. Sengoku Yoku 1 to 4. And then moving on to the last completed shelf. Shadow's House 1 to 5. Sheeply Horned Witch Romy 1 and 2. Shonen Note 1 to 5. Another great series by the creator of Our Dreams at Dusk. House Shoten 1 to 3. SHWD 1. Shy 1 to 5. Soloist in a Cage 1 and 2. Then the Soul Eater Perfect Edition 1 through 12. Then Spy Family 1 to 10. I think that's 10, yes. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale 1 and 2. Summer Hikaru Died 1 and 2. Super Morning Star 1 and 2. Tamon's B-Side 1. Chairman Empire 1 and 2. Team Phoenix 1. Then we've got That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime 1 all the way to 23, followed by the same series, Trinity and Then we've got Reincarnated as a Slime, Trinity and Tempest, 1 to 7, followed by The Ways of the Monster Nation, 1 to 8. Then Though I Am an Inept Villainess, Tale of the Butterfly Rat, Body Swap at the Maiden Court, 1 to 4. Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe, 1 and 2. Tokyo Babylon, 1. Then Touring After the Apocalypse, 1 to 4. Then down to another shelf, we have Toge Oni, 1 and 2. I think it's actually pronounced Tolg, I'm not sure. Twilight Out of Focus, 1 to 3. Usatoki Rhetoric, 1 to 4. The Villainess Level 99, I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the Demon Lord, 1. Villainess Stands the Heroes. The Villainess has been killed 108 times. She remembers everything, 1. One Dance, 1 to 7. Then Way of the House Husband, 1 all the way to 10. Followed by The Weakest Tamer Began a Journey to Pick Up Trash, 1 to 4. Then Welcome Back Alice, 1 all the way through 5 down here. Then Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, 1 to 5. Followed by the entire What Did You Eat Yesterday series. Then Wistoria, Wand and Sword, 1 through 6. What Did You Eat Yesterday's 20 volumes, by the way. I didn't mention that. Then Witch Hat Atelier, 1 through 11. Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen, 1. Rolled in Solte, 1 and 2. Then Yakuza's Bias, 1 and 2. Yarchin Bitch Club, 1 to 5. Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, 1 to 4. Yokai Cats, 1 to 6. Then Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko, Volume 1 to 3. Then lastly, we have, down here, we have the light novels and manhwa. We've got 2 volumes of the Bond and Book series. We've got volumes 1 through, I think this is 8. Yes, volumes 1 to 8 of the light novel, Land of Liddell. Then we have A Business Proposal, 1 to 3. A Stepmother's Marchen, 1 and 2. The Abandoned Empress, volumes 1 to 6. Then we've got Bloody Sweet 1, Dangerous Convenience Store 1, Iliad 1, The First Night with the Duke 1 to 3, Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation 1 to 4, followed by Killing Stalking 1 to 5, Not So Wicked Stepmom 1 and 2, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint 1, Savage Garden 1. Then we have Solo Leveling 1 all the way through 7. The Villainess Turns the Hourglass 1. Villains Are Destined to Die 1 to 3. 1 to 5, I don't know why I said 3. Who May Be a Princess 1 to 3. Then Why Ray Liana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion, volumes 1 to 5. Lastly, for the completed stuff, I've got larger books up here. So I've got all of my Junji Ito and large print series on the shelf. So I've got Betwixt, Black Paradox, Dissolving Classroom, Frankenstein, Mimi's Tales of Terror, No Longer Human, Remina, Soichi, Tomes, Tomie, Uzumaki, Junji Ito's Cat Diary, Yonemu. I've got the art book for Alice in the Country of Diamonds and JoJo 6251, the JoJo art book. And then we've got the Wotakoi art book, followed by Hellsing 1 to 3, then Minami's Lover, Panorama Island, Massive, My Brother's Husband, Passion of Gingoro Tagame 1 and 2, and lastly, Our Colors by Gingoro Tagame. I've also got like a bunch of figures up on these shelves here. So next I'm going to cover a small creator selection bookcase. First of all, this is some One Piece stuff up here. We've got the Color Walks 1 to 3. We've got the double issue for 999 and 1000. Chapters 999 and 1000 in One Piece with the 2-volume light novel Ace's Story. We've got a Japanese volume of the movie. We've got I'm just gonna say gay stuff. That's a Dojin by, I don't remember the name of the creator. It's a Dojin of multiple creators though. That's explicit gay stuff from One Piece. Tony Chopper Pop. We've got Full Metal Alchemist 1 to 18. And then we've got Hero Tales 1 to 5 and Silver Spoon 1 to 14. That's the Hiromu Arakawa selection. I did have a Hiromu Arakawa in ongoing. I'm going to probably figure things out once that finishes. Same thing goes for the next creator, which is the, let's see, Takeshi Obata, I believe. It's Takeshi Obata and Tsugomi Oba for most of these, but there's some that Takeshi did on his own. First of all, we have All You Need Is Kill, which is a 1 volume that was adapted into a movie. Then we've got Bakuman 1 to 20. Then Death Note 1 to 13 with 2 light novels and short stories. Then we've got Platinum End 1 to 14, and those are all the Takeshi Obata and Tsugumi Oba series. I mean, All You Need Is Kill is just Takeshi Obata. But then we have Raw Grod 1 to 4 and School Judgment 1 to 3. Those are both series with Takeshi Obata and a different artist or different writer. That's the other volume of Fullmetal Alchemist that was missing from up above. I have this one displayed down here because it has a signature from the voice actor of Alphonse Elric. And then I'm going to go with the shorter amount of legacy stuff first. So we've got Demon Love Spell 1, Rose and Blood 2 to 4, The Young Master's Revenge 2, Meteor Prince 1, The Kane Saga 1 to 4, Part 2, Vampire Knight 1 to 17, Sugar Princess 1, Butterflies Flowers 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, Candy Color Paradox 1, 4 to 6, Her Royal Highness Seems to Be Angry 1, Confessions of a Shy Baker 1, Bakano 1, Bogle 1, Magic Knight Ray Earth 2 1, Shin Megami Tensei Con 2, Cross Game 1 2, and then I've kind of got these all over the place. 1 2, and then 4 6 down here. Cross-Dressing Villainess Cecilia Sylvie 1 and 2, Panic Panic 1, Devilman Grimoire. Oh no, Devilman Grimoire is down there. Manly Appetites 1. I'm Kinda Chubby and I'm Your Hero 1, My Solo Exchange Diary 1, Witch and Beast 1 to 3, Judge 1 to 3, Tokyo Tadadeba Girls 1 to 6, Gate 7 3 and 4, Box of Light 1, Spirit Circle 1 to 3, then 5 and 6, Dog Style 1 and 3, Dot Hack GU Plus 1, Devilman vs. Hades 2, Devilman Grimoire 1 and 2, Flowers of Evil 1, Argiveta 2, Secret 1 and 3, Lucky Star 2 to 5. Something else got out of order. Tiger and Bunny 1 2 4, Zombie Loam 1 to 4, Black Sun Silver Moon 1 to 3, then Love and Heart 1 3 4, Pokemon Journeys 1 and 2, City 1 to 7, Monster 1, Gangsta 1 to 3, 5 and 8. And those are all ones that are close to being completed, so I have them on this smaller shelf because the real legacy shelf is overflowing. So first of all, we have 20th Century Boys 7 through 11, followed by the sequel 21st Century Boys. We've got A Sign of Affection 1 to 5. Then we've got A Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School, and that's 1 to 7. We've got Accomplishments of a Duke's Daughter 1 and 2, 5 and 6. Awahara Ride 1 to 3, or 1 and 3. Apothecary Diaries 1 to 4. Asadora 1 to 3. Banana Fish 1. Then we've got Biomega 2 and 3. Followed by Black Cat 1 and 2. Then we've got Bleach 1. All the way into, let me just make these even real quick. We've got Bleach, volumes 1 all the way until 30. Then we've got 36, 47, 48, 49, 51, 55, 56, 59, and then 72 through 74. Then we've got Blood on the Tracks. That is volumes 3 and 5. Then we have Bloody Mary, volumes 1 to 4. Next is Blue Giant, volumes 1, 2, 5, and 6. Then we have Captain Harlock 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Next is Cardcaptor Sakura 1 and 2, followed by Case Closed, which we only have 1 to 6 of. Then Ceres 1, 2, 3, until volume 5. We have like some of the older printings of it, which is why they're in this shape instead of this shape. Then we have Children of the Whales, volumes 1, 2, and 7, followed by Dawn of the Arcana 1, Dead Dead Demons, Dead Dead Destruction 2, Dead Man Wonderland 1, 2, 6 to 8, and 12, or 6 to 8, 12 to 13. Then Demon Prince of Momochi House 1 to 3, Dengeki Daisy 1 to 6, then 14 and 16. Then The Devil's a Part-Timer 1 to 10 and 18. Next shelf we have Dorohedoro 1 to 3, then 13 and 15, followed by Uraka 7, 1. Then we've got Eye Shield 21, 1, Fruits Basket, the Collector's Edition. For that we have volumes 1 and 2. Then we have Fushigi Yugi 10 to 14, and then Fushigi Yugi Genbu Kaiden 1, 3, 7, and 8. Then we've got Future Diary 1 and 2, followed by Given 1 through 5. Next is Goblin Slayer 1 through 4, and this is Goblin Slayer Year 1. We have Godchild 1 and 2, then Golden Kamui, which is 1 through 3, and then 1 through 4, then 6 through 20. We've got Goodnight Poon Poon 4, Grand Guignol Orchestra 1, Happiness 1, Hell's Paradise 1 to 3, Hikaru no Go 1 through 4, 6, 10, 12, 13, and 22. Next we have I Hear the Sunspot. Then we have Inuyasha 1 through, continues all the way through here, 1 through 39 in the singles, and then we're collecting 14 and up in the omnibuses because the singles were extremely expensive no matter when I looked. So we just decided, we collected most of it singles, we're going to get the rest in omnibuses. Then we've got Kami-sama Kiss, which is 1 to 7, and then 9 through 10 and 12. Then Kekaishi 1, 8, 12, and 34, followed by King's Beast 1, Knights of Sidonia 1, Levius Est 1, Log Horizon Light Novel, Beginning of Another World 1, Magic Artisan Dahlia, Welts No More 1 and 2, Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya 1 to 6, Melancholy of Suzumiya Haruhi-chan 1, Meisani Koku, and that's 1 through 7. Down here, I thought I had 7, 1 to 6. Then we have Mixed Vegetables 2 and 8, followed by Muyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation, I think, 1, 8, 10, 11, Mushishi 2. Then we've got My Hero Academia Vigilantes 1 through, I don't think I have a clear one. Oh yeah, 1, 2, and then 4 all the way until 11. Then we have 13 here. Then we have My Little Monster 1, Nana 3 and 21. Then we have No Matter How I Look at It, It's Your Guys' Fault, I'm Not Popular, also known as Watamote, volumes 1 through, I think 9? Yes, volumes 1 to 9. Then we have Old Boy, volumes 1 to 3. Let's fix that. Then we have Oku, which is volumes 3 and 18. Persona 5, which is volumes 1 and 3. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, volume 1. Siren, volume 1. Queen's Quality, volume 10. Rave Master 1, 3, and 23. Red River, 28. Rinne 1 and 2, Rising of the Shield Hero 1 through 10, Saint Young Men 1, Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei 1 and 2, Seaside Stranger 1, Servamp 1 to 4, followed by 7, 9, and 11. Then we have Skip Beat 1, 2, and then the omnibuses for 4 through 12. Spice and Wolf 1, Tagami Bachi 1, Takane and Hana 1, 7, and 18. Uruseyatra 1, Waiting for Spring 1, Welcome to the Ballroom 1 to 4, Yaketake Japan 7, and then various Yona of the Dawn, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, 23, and 33. And that's all of my manga. It's a little difficult to film it because of how cramped the bookshelves are together. Trying to optimize the limited amount of space left in this room. And then we also have my figure case here where I've got some various things up here. This is all my more expensive figures mixed with my partner's figures. And the bottom is mostly the cheaper figures like Funkos and various other things. But yeah, that's about all in this room for manga. I have a couple bookshelves, but those are regular books. But yes, that is going to be everything. So thanks for sticking around. I know this is not in the best quality. It's my first time doing this, so it's probably going to be rough, and things are a little too tight to get good recording of most of it. But yeah, this is my collection. Thanks again for all your time watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.